Yeah, you are.
Classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in North Carolina. This message presented by the NCHSAA.
No, you just don't have to talk right into it. Like, hey, how you doing?
Recorded.
Asheville's number one sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Just going to sit here and drink my old man insure and die slowly.
This nationwide keyword on our website. Money. That's money. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
Live from the Ingalls studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
It's all about the angle of the dangle.
Let him on the field.
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome in to the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. Sportsocracy is heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. Overreaction Monday? No?
I mean, what are we overreacting to?
I don't really know.
Are we overreacting to the Senior Bowl? Because, I mean, I don't feel like I am. A lot of other people are, but I'm not.
Was that? I mean, did anything happen in the Senior Bowl that was memorable?
I mean, the game means virtually nothing.
Right.
I did a show with a couple guys we met down in Mobile, and they stayed for the game, and I went, "Yep, that's a rookie move." You know how I know that? Because I did it as a rookie, and I've never done it again, and I never will do it again. There are tens and tens of people in that crowd.
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
We come for the week, we stay for the drinky poos, and then when the drinky poos and the practices are over,
Gone.
we out.
Because all-star games in football are not fun.
No, stop doing them. Just I'll be honest with you. I heard somebody go on a big rant of we should combine all of the all-star games into one big practice week. And I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of liked it.
Oh, you mean between the Shrine and the Senior and the Hula and the
American, just combine them all. And then it's almost like Thunderdome. And so we get to pick who practices on each field each week. And personally, I am so in. And we just do this for 7 days, and it would be great.
Okay. Sort of like a relegation thing. If you got blown up in practice the day before, then you got to go over to the Shrine Bowl field.
Yes, and so Garrett Nussmeier, by the end of it, would have been playing with children.
They would have just taken his pads away from him.
Nope, you're not allowed to play with big boys anymore. You gotta go sit at the little kiddies table.
Aha! Somebody take his chin strap. He's out. That's the
And the sad
international
thing,
sign. If you show up the next day and your chin strap's missing, you're out.
yeah, or you've got somebody else's mouthpiece stuck in the roof of your helmet. Like, nope, you suck. And the bad thing is, we're releasing my quarterback rankings today, and Garrett Nussmeier is higher than you want him to be.
Uh-huh.
Because for every Garrett Nussmeier, there's a Cade Klubnik. I'm not sure if he loves football, but I know he's real bad at it if he does.
I mean, we could. We could not. I was going to say we could overreact to the Royal Rumble if you want to. I did watch the Royal Rumble over the weekend. I mean, you put it on at 2:00 in the afternoon during a snowstorm, and I ain't got nothing else to do.
I still haven't watched it, and I'm just going to warn. Spoilers. It's been 2 days. I'll bet you I know who won it.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of two guys. I just don't know which one it was.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was either Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I swear to you, if I didn't know any better, I would think Triple H hates wrestling. Like, I think you actually hate this, and you're trying to destroy it.
Oh, why? We kept watching it, and my wife was like, "Well, maybe that little guy will win," because there was a guy and I don't remember his name. He's an NXT guy. He's a real tall, slender black guy, and he
Oba
was
Femi?
just no. Oba started it.
Oh, Oba's a giant.
Oba's a massive mountain of a man, and he lasted forever. But it was pretty cool when him and Brock squared off in the center of the ring. But no, there was this little skinny guy. I don't remember his name. Anyway, he was all over the place. I mean, just doing crazy moves, and he lasted for a long, long time. And he was one of the final, I want to say, 8 of them.
Was he in a mask?
No, he was not in a mask.
Okay, now I don't know if that was.
Yeah, like I say, he was a new guy. It was the first time I had ever seen him or heard his name, and he was phenomenal. By the way, all the NXT guys were great. They put on a hell of a show.
Oh, and that's fine. They'll never get over until Roman Reigns dies.
No.
As long as Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns walk this earth, they will never get over.
But Andy kept saying, well, maybe they'll let that guy win. I'm like, that's not how this works, honey.
No, it's going to be a big guy.
No,
it's going to be a big guy.
You see how they keep saying, like, oh, he's been in there a long time. What a statement for this young man to be in here. See, that's the build, honey. That's the build for him. He's not winning this thing.
We build you by letting you stay in this for 62 minutes, and then Brock Lesnar pogo sticks you down on the concrete. That's how this goes.
There was a lot less Brock Lesnar than you'd want it to be.
Oh, and by the way, if you don't want us to open a sports show with the Royal Rumble, give us something better than the freaking Pro Bowl.
No doubt, because I don't even kind of care. I mean, I watched UFC this weekend too, so we could talk about that. But other than that, you don't have my eyeballs right now.
I spent an entire week watching football practice, and for 2 days, I forgot football existed. I've played a ton of Fortnite. I have slept more than you would ever want me to. I got home Friday, so we did the show together. I got home. Amy was still working. We had the whole reunited, and it feels so good because I've been gone for 10 days. That was lovely. I was asleep before she got off work. She made dinner, which I ate. She had to wake me up to eat it, and I survived about 14 minutes after that. And then I slept till noon on Saturday.
Nice.
Just legally dead. I've slept 1 hour in 2 days, and it was in a car.
Well, we're glad that you got all rested up, ready to go. It's Super Week. Media night or opening night is tonight.
Are you sad we're not there?
Availabilities for the Super Bowl? No.
Neither am I.
No.
They had an earthquake this morning, and I swear, because it had started to creep up on me because I was getting the memories of, we were here last year. We'll probably be in L.A. next year. We'll definitely be in Atlanta in 2 years. And I started to get that, maybe I did it wrong. And then I saw meteorologist Adam Schefter go, there was an earthquake in San Francisco today. And I went, nope, that's all I needed. Because you know what? I've had enough weather for all my life. Sure. I've had enough weather in 10 days forever.
Yep.
And by the way, those of you that still like snow, the hell's wrong with you? Just straight up, what is wrong with you? I killed the love of snow in Megan in 3 days. Killed it. Just dead forever.
Well, sure. Your incessant nagging and complaining will do that to anybody. That is.
I didn't have to nag about it. It was, hey, you want to go outside? Can't. You can't. You know why? Because it's a hockey rink outside. Dead.
Yeah. Who was the masked man at Royal Rumble? Coming up next here in the Sportsocracy. No.
Wait, we did a masked man? How many times are we going to do that in a year?
Oh, yeah, we had a masked man.
Let's see. We've done, 5 of those in a year?
Yeah.
I love that. I do love that Triple H just channels his inner Vince Russo about once every 3 weeks. I can't wait for Jelly Roll to be the next WWE champion because I feel like that's the next one. We did it with David Arquette. Sure. Let's do it with Jelly Roll.
Sure.
While we're talking about things that are not really sports related, and Jelly Roll came up, why does Jelly Roll's story get more aggressive every time he wins an award?
Oh, what did he do now?
He won a Grammy last night. And first of all, his speech was great. But It's like every time I hear him accept an award, it gets more aggressive and more aggressive and more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out in truck stop bathrooms waiting for people to give me beaver nuggets and moosies. I mean, it's like, what? Like, what? What? What?
Okay. All right.
I love Jelly Roll. I want him to be my best friend, and I don't like that I now outweigh him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't get the Grammys. I don't get I don't get the Pro Bowl. I guess I just don't get fun.
This is the week of turds. It is the week of things that people want us to care about, but we don't. Sure. Well, the Pro Bowl, the Grammys, politics, all of these other things. Mm-hmm. Stop trying to make me care, because I don't. I will sit in my living room and eat pizza rolls and play Fortnite until you give me something to care about, like the Royal Rumble. And I just heard how that sounded when I said it out loud, and I realized I'm a 12-year-old boy. And you know what? I don't care.
Just me and my chicken nuggies and my footy pajamas.
I did have some dino nuggies over the weekend. They were awesome.
I mean, I'm just trying to poke fun at it. And he just goes, "Yep, did
that. Did
that. Poop my pants too.
Did it. Didn't do that.
Still sitting in my poop pants."
I mean, when the highlight of the weekend was a goalie fight in hockey that I can't pronounce either one of their names, that's a bad sign for what the weekend gave us.
That was it? That was the highlight?
I mean, I do like a good goalie fight.
All right.
I think they should be allowed to leave the masks on, though. Like, you can leave the mask on, but we're going to give you a big rock. So now the helmet only matters so much.
That's not good.
Yeah, you leave the helmet on, but here's a big rock.
No, rule number 1: we don't hit dudes with helmets on. We've been trying to preach this in American sports for a long time.
For sure.
That was the one thing that I was proud of the Canadians for, is that they figured it out not to do it in their sport.
Hey, Jennings Dunker was out here headbutting dudes with a helmet on. Like, they didn't have a helmet on, and he did. Mm-hmm. Which, I'm not going to lie, I looked at that and went, sorry about your nose, and I like that guy even more now than I did 5 minutes ago.
Oh, we have the wheel has stopped turning in the NFL.
Thank God.
The coaching carousel has come to a rest. Yesterday, the news came that after the Super Bowl, Clint Kubiak will be getting the Raiders job. So then the Cardinals fell in line with their settlement. And we're officially closed.
We are. I want to give all of the new hires their just desserts. So you all deserve your own independent segment.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to tell you something that I heard over the weekend. And if you're a softer, gentler touch, you're not going to like what I'm about to say. But it's true. And I know it's true. And no one will ever prove to me that it's not true. I knew this happened, and I guess it's just one of those that you read the words and you don't really actually realize what you're reading. So we talked about Kwesi Adofo-Mensah at the end of last week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know he took paternity leave during training camp?
I did not know that.
Joe Brady missed the birth of his kid. Like, he didn't even know his kid was born to coach a regular season game after his team had already clinched a playoff berth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do in this sport. So I'm going to go out on a limb. And Minnesota, you know what? They've told everybody. They told Diana Rossini it didn't matter. That's not why we fired him. Bull bunky. I will tell you that Kwesi Adofo-Mensah had 1 foot in a grave and 1 foot on a banana peel from the minute he called in and said, I'm going to take 2 weeks off during training camp, which is, by the way, when the roster is set, which is kind of like your whole job, and said, I'm going to take paternity leave. You may not like that, and that's fine. I saw Diana got crucified on Twitter over the weekend for reporting this, and I had forgotten it, and that's why I didn't mention it on Friday. That 100% played a role.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sport, and I'm going to explain this the best way that I can. There are 1 million people in this world that would kill Tank and I both with a popsicle stick and a pebble to get our job, to be able to live your life and do this for a living. And we're some of the smaller fish on the NFL's pyramid of eat or be eaten. Mm-hmm. There are 32 NFL GM jobs in this league. The day you take them, it means you're going to miss some stuff. Straight up. It just means you're going to miss some stuff, or you're one day going to be completely unemployed. Mm-hmm. Matt Penn said, is the popsicle statement an analogy or is it a challenge? So I have a popsicle stick, I have a pebble, and I'm ready to rock.
Yikes. That is not a challenge. No.
It's just the way it goes.
Well, you have to be committed to your job. And you have to know when you're needed most at your job. And I would say that a general manager of a football team's pretty necessary during training camp when mm-hmm. you're trying out guys and you're making the final roster adjustments and all of that. I feel like your presence is probably pretty necessary.
For sure. There are, and I will elaborate on this because there are jobs that are way more important than us. Nurses, doctors, first responders, military, all of it. And those people are so committed to their job, and they're so good at their job, and they're so important to what we do mm-hmm. As a society. I'm not comparing what we do to that. I'm not. Because they're way more important than us. Mm-hmm. To our bosses, we're just as important as they are. When weather breaks, Tanky better be there.
Sure.
When the roster has to be constructed and I've got $1 billion on the line, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah better be there. Yep. And again, just so there's no confusion here, I'm not saying those two things are equal because they are not.
No.
But to our bosses, they are.
I was going to say, but they're equally important to the running of your job, right? It can't. Your patients can't be seen without you. Okay, well, this can't be done without you either.
Yep.
Right? Like, I can't do the surgery with the surgeon at home. Like, the surgeon has to be here to run all of this.
No doubt. And
that's the NFL GM supposed to be that.
That's the job. You're told that from the jump. And I'll go ahead and tell you, Joshua Penix in our YouTube chat said, I don't really see a problem with what Mensah did. 90% of people won't. 90% of people won't see a problem with it, and there's nothing wrong that you don't see a problem with it. Absolutely nothing. The problem is that when you accept certain jobs, mm-hmm. you're kind of making a verbal contract of, I get it. You kind of own me. Tank and I've done it. I couldn't tell you how many things that I've missed over the years. Because I was at a game. I was at hell, my wife just went to New York for the first time. New York's one of my favorite cities on the planet. She went, she had a company Christmas party. Tank and I were in Atlanta for the SEC championship game. I couldn't go. It sucks. It's bothered me for 2 months. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. We're committed to doing this. The sponsors, the bosses, they all expect us to be there. If you're not there, that's fine. We will find a job in the administration for you that doesn't involve you being there. But the minute you put it in their head that I'm not here, that there are things that are going to pull me away, you're out. You're out. And I'm telling you, that is what put him on the clock. They'll never admit it because it sounds terrible to say out loud.
You'll get sued if you do.
No,
you'll 100% get sued if you do.
Yeah, you won't. But because you'd have to really prove it, and they're going to have a whole mess of things. We didn't fire him then. It's not like he did it and then we fired him immediately. If you had somebody come out and admit that from the Minnesota Vikings, it would 100% be a lawsuit. Gary Birch just nailed it. He said, God, that's awful. You were forced to go to the SEC championship game. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Wah, wah.
But that proves my point. There are so many people out there. There's so many people in this business. I will tell you, one of my best friends in the industry has been an assistant GM multiple times. He ain't taking 2 weeks for kids. You know how I know that? Because he has 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many days he's taken combined for the birth of his children? 2. 3 kids, he's taken 2 days off. Because all 3 of his kids were born during the season. And it sounds bad. I get it. There's probably people going, you're a jackal. No, I've just worked in this business long enough, and I know what's expected of us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we signed up for.
I don't know that I believe that had a whole lot to do with it. Was it another reason to let him go? Maybe. Letting go of Sam Darnold that's a death sentence.
That was the one that kicked you in the hole.
You can't get rid of the Super Bowl MVP and not face repercussions.
You dug the hole in the offseason when you did that, because it wasn't just that. There was more to that than just that. That was the headline.
Mm-hmm.
That's what dug the hole. Daniel Jones is what put one foot in it. Sam Darnold is what kicked you in it and then buried you underneath it. See, but that's the thing, is that it's if Kwesi had taken 2 weeks off and he had re-signed Sam Darnold and you're sitting in the Super Bowl right now, guess what? You're all hunky-dunky. Because this job, unlike many others, is 100% results-based. If you get results, you can be a kooky person like Bill Belichick. If you don't get results, you can be the nicest guy on the planet. See Morris, Raheem. And you know what you're going to be? A 2 forever. You'll be a 2 for the rest of your life because you're a nice guy and we love you and you're really bright and you're super smart. He's one of my favorite people in this business. And now he's the defensive coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers. And that's where he's going to be.
Yep.
Because I can tell you, I can confirm, he wanted the Cardinals job. They didn't want him. He was the fallback.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. We're grading all of the hires in the coaching cycle coming up next.
All across the Tar Heel.
Clear.
Goes on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, counted in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3-0, but net from the rookie. Not the Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champion.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, you fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Starting Friday, iHeartRadio will be live from Italy with NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. 24 hours a day, listen to live coverage of skiing,
Milan
snowboarding,
Cortina?
hockey, figure skating, and all your favorite winter sports. Plus Team USA.
That's what we're calling
Bring
this
the
thing?
Winter Games with you from your phone to your car, on your Alexa, wherever you listen. Open the free iHeart.
That's where the Olympics are.
Well, I think we could have just stopped at
NBC's
Milan.
coverage of the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics.
Milan Cortina sounds like something you get at a French restaurant and send back because it tastes like fish eggs.
A few days after Lean, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out.
I'm just thankful they're not making us air play-by-play of it.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Welcome to the Ingalls Table, a delicious destination with recipes galore. Need to whip up a dessert, entree, side dish? No problem. The experts from the Ingalls Table take you through it step by step with expert tips and advice along the way. Find the Ingalls Table
we start
at
Kubiak here
Ingalls.com or swing by the store and pick up your free copy of the Ingalls Table magazine. And let's get cooking. Ingalls, low prices.
Sure.
Savings.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It's Monday of Super Week. Super Bowl 60 coming up on Sunday. Do we have you made your plans yet, Jeremy? Do we have plans for the Super Bowl?
I believe we probably will. There is also part of me that goes, or I could watch it from my couch, which I haven't done in 6 years.
Either or. Everybody's making their plans for the Super Bowl, including one Clint Nathaniel Kubiak, who is getting a new job after the Super Bowl's over. News out yesterday, Jeremy, he's going to be the new head coach of the Raiders once it's all said and done.
You know what the first thing I thought of when I saw this was?
What?
I'd kill to hear Fernando Mendoza's opinion of this. Well, you know how I feel about alliteration coaches because Kurt Cignetti was so good to me, and now I got Clint Kubiak. That's a CC and a KK, and I really like that, and it makes me feel really good because Clint Kubiak's really good at dealing with quarterbacks, and I'm a quarterback, and I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm not going to be as good in the NFL as you think I'm going to be, and I really need somebody that can prop me up, and Clint Kubiak could probably do that.
You think so?
I think the Raiders did the thing they had to do, which is go get a quarterback guy to deal with the quarterback that your franchise is going to hinge upon.
Okay.
I mean, look at the other names they interviewed. You name me the guy that they talked to that you go, yeah, that's going to work.
Oh, well, there wasn't one. I mean,
no.
I'm not even sure this is going to work. But it's the
I
best.
think this has the best
chance.
chance. This has the best chance to work. Just look at the lineage he comes from. Mm-hmm. It's obviously he's Gary's kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's bounced around a good amount. This is his sixth job in 6 years, which is really ironic because he's the sixth coach the Las Vegas Raiders are actively paying.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been reasonably successful with quarterbacks everywhere he's gone. And look, we're unveiling our quarterback rankings today. You can assume that Fernando is 1. There is a huge drop-off from 1 to 2. But I'm not as in love. I feel the same way about Fernando Mendoza this year that I felt about Ashton Genty last year. I don't think you should be as in love with this as you are. But the Raiders can't do anything else.
No.
They have to be in love with Mendoza. They don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've got to do everything in your power to build this up. Look, the flight I took from Dallas to Mobile, from Shrine to Senior, half of the plane was Raiders scouts and Raiders personnel. I talked to a handful of these guys, not in depth. They're not going to tell you any of these things. I can tell you one of them was watching Fernando Mendoza tape right in front of me, and the notes were aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they should be. Because I knew, all right, maybe this will make more sense. What was the biggest knock on Sam Darnold before he came to Seattle?
He wasn't any good at football.
I hate when you say stupid things. It just really irks me.
Oh, you said Seattle. Sorry.
the knock on him when he came to Seattle was that he didn't take particularly good care of the ball.
Mm.
Clint Kubiak did not fix that. I mean, Sam still threw a good number of interceptions. Now, I think over half of them were in 2 games. He did a better job of that than he has done in the past, outside of a couple really, really bad games.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing with Sam was, I don't necessarily know that you need to be consuming the full playbook. Sam had an issue specifically with Adam Gase of he was given so much that it was just overwhelming to him, and he overthought everything. That's exactly what Kirk Cignetti just did with Mendoza. That offense is not super complex.
Mm-hmm.
The further down that tape I've gone, because look, I evaluated Mendoza months ago. Now I'm getting into the Omar Coopers and the Pat Coogans and Roman Hemby and Kalen Black. As I'm watching that offense, it's not real complex. I don't think the Seattle offense was really complex. And so if I'm being honest, I think this might be the most perfect hire, even though the process wasn't seamless. It wasn't a beautiful process for the Raiders. It wasn't a beautiful process for the Cardinals. They talked to a lot of guys. It took them a long time to figure out who they wanted. I'm not sure they didn't want Kubiak the whole time. But with his team going through the playoffs, you can't talk to him. They got, an interview the first week? Because he's allowed to talk since they were the team with the bye. Then basically they go radio silence for 2 weeks. It's possible he was number 1 for the Raiders from the jump. They just couldn't hire him. The only reason you know it now is because there's nowhere else for him to go. He told his agent, hey, Arizona wants me, the Raiders want me. I'm going to the Raiders.
I have to trust everybody else. Everybody that knows more than I do about Clint Kubiak that he is going to work as a head coach in this league. The thing that would scare me the most about making this hire is the fact that he hasn't really been anywhere for a long time to do it himself. Like in Seattle, how much credit do you give him for all of that?
For being the number 1 offense in the league? I mean, they scored more points than any team in the NFL.
With the New Orleans Saints, what the year before, with the San Francisco 49ers, the year before that. The fact that he hasn't hung on to a job kind of scares me a little bit.
Well, I don't know that should scare you all that much because, the Minnesota thing was a coaching change. Denver, he was in Denver for a year, then they switched coaches.
Right.
He goes to San Francisco, then he gets promoted, and then they make a coaching change. I mean, okay, I see what you're saying. He does seem to have a history of getting big on staffs where coaches get fired.
Right, hey, I'm showing up, and then, we lost our job. But it wasn't my fault that we lost our job. It was just we all sucked. Oh, okay, sure. And then he goes to Seattle, and it was great. Look, it's fine. And he comes from the lineage of Gary Kubiak. I get it, but I mean, Gary wasn't that great all the time.
Gary won a Super Bowl.
But he had that one team that was carried by the defense, right?
Hey, look, we've been over this. You win a Super Bowl, infallible, and Gary did.
I guess. I don't know about infallible, but
let me ask you this: was there a better hire on the board?
No, most definitely not. Look, it's an A. I just have my concerns of I don't know how good this is going to be because, you already know how I feel about the franchise that he's going to. And he's going with a quarterback that I don't believe he's really going to be all that great at the next level. Will he be?
Who's your comp to Mendoza?
I'm trying to think.
I think it's the quickest comp I've ever done because as soon as somebody said it a couple days ago and I went, yep, that's the one.
Daniel Jones.
Kirk Cousins. He's Kirk Cousins. That's I don't even – at this point, I don't even know how you could refute it. He's never going to be the best quarterback in his conference. He's never going to be the best quarterback in the league. With him going to the Raiders, he's not going to be the best quarterback in his division. But you can win games with him.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to say this. It's very Bo Nixian, which is ironic because I feel like those two are going to be fighting for third for the next 5 years. But if I'm the Raiders, I have to feel good about what I've done here. I got the best coach I could hire on the board for the quarterback that I'm going to take off the board. And I'm fine with that. David L. said Matt Castle. That's not a bad one because I always said Matt Castle was very Kirk Cousins.
Maybe so.
I think this gives the Raiders a chance to win. I think it gives them a chance to compete. Am I telling you they're going to win a Super Bowl with this guy? No. I don't think there was a coach on the board that I would have said that about.
No.
You know, if Bill Belichick decided, you know what, me and Tom are going to let bygones be bygones, and I'm bringing the whole staff with me, I wouldn't have looked at this team any differently.
Well, here's another thing that I wonder about Francisco, or excuse me, I keep calling him Francisco. I don't know why. Fernando Mendoza. I keep wondering, like, is he going to be good when it's terrible around him? Because everything at Indiana, as you said, it all, you had, like, guys who knew what was going on around him, right?
Indiana's the closest thing.
Jobs at the highest level of football this past year.
Indiana's the closest thing I've ever seen to a football cult. And I know that sounds weird when I say it. The buy-in to every player you watch on that team is so unbelievably strong that I can't say it any other way. Every player they have is bought in. They never make mistakes. I go back to the tape. All right, so here's my problem with Fernando. I go back to the tape at Cal when he didn't have elite stuff around him. He didn't have elite stuff around him in Indiana, by the way. He just had players that really fit the scheme.
Mm-hmm.
He was never this prodigious, unbelievable points machine. He's been largely the same guy. He just scored way more touchdowns at Indiana than he did at Cal. I told you in the offseason to watch out for this kid because I like the talent. There's a lot to like about him. The thing that bothers me is we've got a quarterback here that had 1 year where I ever looked at him as that's a franchise quarterback. And I'm doing it with every player on the roster. Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper, all of the linemen. There are so many players on this team that you look at and go, I don't know what to do with you because you're all older than practically every other prospect I'm evaluating. And you just didn't make mistakes. You were a great college football team. I don't know that any of these guys are going to be great pros. Right. Mendoza gives you a chance. And that's the same thing I'll say with Clint Kubiak. I can't tell you it's going to be great. I'll tell you every New Orleans fan I've ever talked to still loves Clint Kubiak. And they'll tell you the same thing. I think it was Who Dat Fam and Andres Pinckney that both said injuries killed him in New Orleans. He had no shot because they were killed. I think he's a good coach. I think it's an A hire. I think it's the best thing you could do. And saying every bit of that, you might still be 5-12 next year, and it's not going to surprise me in the least.
So do you give this an A?
I do. This is a legit A hire, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't have many of those in this coaching cycle.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM at 1400. We'll be right back after this.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
With sunshine and a light breeze out of the north today, the high should climb to the upper 30s. Then black ice will be a possibility again overnight as the low dips into the upper teens under a partly cloudy sky. We'll see clouds increasing tomorrow, possibly an isolated shower during the afternoon with a high of 47. Rain increases tomorrow night with a low dropping into the low to mid 30s. And for Wednesday, an occasional afternoon shower as the high approaches 44 degrees. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Healthy Choice.
I know.
Delicious food, you don't have to eat
I'm
out.
done.
Enjoy delicious
Like,
meals from Healthy Choice, like their Simply
anymore.
Steamers grilled.
We get too much more ice in the forecast, I'm going to start protesting.
In crisp veggies and 28 grams of protein,
I knew that
it's
joke
what
was
having
coming.
it
I
all
just didn't
tastes
know where it
like.
was. I didn't know where it was going to land.
In full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season
All right,
brings.
so we'll
Chilly
do.
days or cozy nights.
What time do you
Aleve
have? I got
gives you that
12:39.
long-lasting body
Yeah.
count
All right,
this
so here's
winter.
what we'll do.
Try Aleve.
We'll go
Use as directed for minor aches and
LaFleur right
pains.
here. So we'll do outside, then we'll do LaFleur,
You like saving money, right?
and then we'll
We all
grade
do.
the rest
That's
of
why
them
Allstate just lowered
at the start of the
price
next
car
hour.
Insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch.
All right.
Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Big game coverage, the Winter Olympics from Milan, NBC's official audio partner, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, and sports betting. Search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Sure. You know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Live in the
Sure.
But
Sure.
did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings.
Are you super sure?
Parties, corporate gatherings, family
pretty
reunions.
sure.
Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is time to get just a bit outside. And Jeremy, we had there was a basketball coach that got arrested over the weekend.
I saw that
on the court. On the court. Division II. It was an HBCU showdown between Tuskegee University and Morehouse College when the two teams at the end of the game were lining up for the handshakes. They were going through the handshake line, and then next thing you know, the head coach for Tuskegee University was being frog marched off of the court by a dude in a police vest. The story goes, the Tuskegee coach was really upset that there were some Morehouse College football players that had come to the game, and then they jumped down onto the court to get into the handshake line. And he was apparently asking the officer to take the football players off of the court because not only were they not supposed to be on the court or in the handshake line, but they were also apparently, being rowdy and lobbing obscenities and stuff at the Tuskegee players. I've reviewed all of the footage available to me. I can see no instance where the coach of the Tuskegee University team got out of line, touched the police officer, did anything out of sorts. It's just you can see the two talking, and then all of a sudden the cop was just like, screw it. You know what? You handcuffs. You. Here we go. Gone. And marched him out of the building. No charges have been filed, and they don't even apparently no one can figure out what organization this policeman works for, which I think is very, very odd. It's just an embarrassment. It's just an embarrassment.
Tank, you strike me as a man that's probably taken a punch or two in your life.
No.
You've never been hit in your entire life?
I got punched in the nose, like 3 or 4 times maybe, and not since I was, 12.
That surprises me. Because I'll tell you this, you have an innate ability to piss people off that I have never seen the likes of. I'm frankly shocked that your jaw hasn't been broken many times. But that's not really the point of the story. Have you ever been, and you know what? I get it now. You got hit in the nose so hard that your hair fell out.
That's it.
That same thing happened to Jarrell Miller Saturday night in New York City. He's a 37-year-old heavyweight boxer. He was taking on Kingsley Ibe in a heavyweight fight. And old Jarrell was taking some blows to the old head. His toupee came off in the middle of the fight. Just boop, 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 flibbity, flobbity, flibbity. Why in the world would you wear a toupee in the ring?
Are you saying he legit peeled back his wig?
Yes. Yes. Legit. Like you can see the tape on the side of his head. And at one point he felt the urge to put it back down at the expense of getting his face just boop, boop, booped. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And I couldn't stop asking myself the question, why are you wearing a toupee in the ring? Like, what does it matter if you're bald?
He just can't come to grips with it, I guess.
And I get it. I do.
Oh, my.
Oh, did you see the video?
Somebody peeled a scab.
Yeah. It was not good. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I saw the video at first, and I went, what am I looking at here? And then I watched it back a second time. I went, oh, I know exactly what I'm looking at here. Just, okay, first of all, dudes, not good. It's not good. It's not good. Don't put toupees on your head. Just be bald.
You went full Friar Tuck.
100%. He looked like Joe Pesci in Home Alone when his hand got burned.
He did. Oh, big baby, you need to not do that.
Just okay. Don't wear toupees as a man.
By the way, I don't think you can go by big baby anymore.
No, you're big old baby.
Big old bald man.
Big old bald baby.
Woof.
Wasn't good.
No. That barber's gonna get an earful.
You know what else wasn't good, Tank?
Probably some fists full, which is a bad place to be.
The Arizona Cardinals head coaching search. That also was not good. That was the peeled back toupee of NFL coaching searches. But it ended yesterday with one Michael. What is his middle name? I feel like he's probably got a stupid middle name. He's like me. He has a really stupid middle name that he doesn't tell. But Michael Dennis LaFleur. Yep, that was right. Dennis. Okay. He's the new head coach of the Arizona Cardinals.
Yay.
Okay, you don't sound excited by that.
No. Wasn't this the same guy that was the offensive coordinator for the Jets a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, not excited about that.
Look, I'll be honest with you. We could have had Bill Walsh. It wouldn't have mattered. That offense was terrible. I don't think you can really blame him for that.
Okay.
Who else were you supposed to hire? I mean, okay, so Jesse Minter interviewed with you. He quickly took the Ravens job. Jeff Hafley interviewed with you. He quickly took the Dolphins job. Robert Saleh interviewed with you. He quickly took the Tennessee Titans job. Kubiak told you point blank he was taking the Raiders job. Did you feel good about Matt Burke or Chris Shula or Matt Nagy or Thomas Brown or Vance Joseph or Anthony Campanelli or Anthony Weaver would have been probably my first choice. But LaFleur's an offensive guy. LaFleur knows how to I shouldn't say that he knows how because I don't know that he knows how. He's been around successful offenses. Is that not what I need in Arizona? I mean, I'm taking a risk here on a guy that's 38 years old, and this may absolutely go sideways. I could almost guarantee you many of these others were going sideways. Vance Joseph, I've already seen it. I've already watched you get the head job, and it was laughably bad. I don't think this is as bad as everybody's making it out to be. I saw ESPN writers, I saw national sports writers, other members of the Pro Football Writers Association of America just crucifying this, and I don't know why. So here's my question. If you liked Chris Shula, can you explain to me why you don't like Mike LaFleur? Because Chris Shula's been drug around by the shoelaces by Sean McVay his entire career. And I heard a lot of people say they wanted their team to hire him, and I can't figure that out. The Los Angeles Rams are sitting at home right now because of their defense. They are not sitting at home because of their offense. Mike LaFleur ran the offense, not the defense.
Yep.
So what's the problem? Jonathan Gannon, yep, that aged like milk. Because there was a time we were looking around going, hey, if they've got the coach right. And then we didn't. Aggressively, quickly, and without mercy. So what did you want him to do? Hire another defensive guy? And pray to God you could put together a competent offense? This is a huge crux for the Arizona Cardinals. This is a big, pivotal time in the history of that franchise. And you need an offensive guy that can bring it all together. Now, I ask this question. Does Mike LaFleur make it more or less likely that Kyler Murray comes back?
I don't know. What do you say?
I will say that as they went through this process, there were issues with Gannon. The out for Kyler is, I mean, we're here. They can get out. It's not as comfortable as if they get out a year from now. I feel like they looked at Mike LaFleur and went, have you looked around the quarterback landscape? Have you looked at what you'll be starting? Are you good with Kyler Murray? And he probably said yes. He probably said yes. And trust me, I've heard every Cardinal fan say, there's no way Kyler comes back. What I would caution you is, okay, you're out on Kyler. A, I don't think you're going to get necessarily what you think you will. B, it's going to cost you a good amount. C, who are you going to replace him with? You know, Jacoby Brissett, he was fine. You didn't win anything. You didn't win anything with Jacoby Brissett.
And you won't. and you won't. And I think I think this is my hesitation with Mike LaFleur is, are you going into that much better of a situation in Arizona than you went into with New York?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God. Either one of those quarterbacks are light years better than Zach Wilson, which is what he had. He had rookie Zach Wilson. He didn't have a prayer. That poor kid was a deer in headlights. And he's not gotten any better. Look, Arizona needs to upgrade the offensive line. I think you've got Paris Johnson and not much else. I like your receivers with MHJ and Michael Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably get James Conner back. If not, you've got Trey Benson. I mean, my God, they've got 100 running backs out there. It felt like every week we didn't know which one they were going to play because all of them are basically the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the line right, I think you nailed it with Nolan and Will Johnson. Don't be surprised if one of these vet coaches that's been a head coach before is the coordinator for LaFleur. It won't surprise me at all. We thought it'd be Raheem Morris, and then Kyle Shanahan beat you to the punch. Because they worked together with the Rams, I think. Don't be shocked if one of those older former head coaches shakes loose, gets the associate head coach role. He does the defense, LaFleur does the offense. And I think you'll be fine. I said the entire process, this job is not as bad as people are making it out to be. Your owner, I don't think your owner's great, but I frankly could say that about probably 10 teams in the league right now. Hey, call Jim Schwartz. He's not doing anything.
It's 3 years with Sean McVay enough, though. So he came up with Shanahan for several years. Then he gets the job with the Jets, one and done, and then goes and learns from McVay for 3 years. Maybe it works.
It's a shot. And I mean, look, I'm going to take this directly out of the chat. What do you got to lose?
Sure.
I mean, you're taking a shot on – if I'm the Arizona Cardinals, I'm taking a shot on a guy that we don't know exactly what he is. We think he's a good young offensive guy. Trust me, I remember when the Jets hired him, we were losing our minds. We thought, this is going to be the guy that finally gives us a competent offense. The Cardinals have won double-digit games one time in 11 years. They've only won 8 3 other times in those 11 years. Other than that, they're 7-8-1, 3-13, 5-10-1, 4-13, 4-13, 3-14. There's nowhere to go but up. And, I mean, look, one of the more successful periods of your franchise history is when you went and got Bruce Arians. I don't think there's and this is going to sound insane when I say it, but I believe this. I don't think there is a huge difference between Bruce Arians and Mike LaFleur depending on how he hires.
Okay. What makes you say that?
Well, Arians was not a super successful guy. There's this revisionist history of he got Tom Brady and all of a sudden, oh yeah, Bruce Arians was this legendary. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He had bounced around the NFL like a ping pong ball for 10, 15 years as an OC. His first shot as a head coach was with Arizona. And he came in and he was great. He'd been in the NFL, I think, 20-some-odd years at that point. Never really sniffed a head coaching job. You're doing the same thing in reverse. You're just giving the guy the shot early as opposed to giving it to him late.
Well,
but if you remember, Bruce Arians got panned too.
He did win a Super Bowl, though.
Not when Arizona hired him, he hadn't. When Arizona hired him, the most successful thing he did as an OC, he wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike LaFleur won a Super Bowl too as, what was he, the passing game coordinator? That's what got him the OC job for the Jets. And no, he wasn't the OC, and no, he didn't call the plays, but he's been on a Super Bowl winning team. Been on another one that went to a Super Bowl. So I don't think it's that bad of a hire. I'm not upset about it. I'll give it a solid B. It's a big old B to me.
All right. I gave it a C because, I mean, in the end, you settled.
Oh, don't worry. I've got some C's in this cycle. One big old D, and then a couple Gary Buseys.
We'll hit those when we come back here on ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
ESPN.
And we're clear.
I'm shocked I didn't break you with the big old D.
With sunshine and a light breeze out of the north today.
The big old D.
The upper 30s, then
you got
black
one
ice
big
will
old
be
D.
a possibility again overnight as the low dips into the upper teens under a partly cloudy sky. We'll see clouds increasing tomorrow, possibly an isolated
shower. We'll be right
shower
back on.
Subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Did you know that Ingles sells more organics than any other grocery store? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks?
Well, now you do. It's all in the bag.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items
How long
the best
we got,
price.
Tank?
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever
30 seconds.
team or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Happy. That's happy. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
And we're back on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. Sportsocracy coming to you everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. We are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chats. Welcome back into a coach grading Monday, something like that.
What a turd of a weekend Monday.
Well, I mean, you got to catch up on some rest, so at least there was that, Jeremy. I mean, it wasn't a complete loss. However, the snow and stuff made it very nasty. Like, it was too cold to even enjoy the snow. Even if you're a snow lover like me, I'm not going outside when it's 1, okay? Yesterday it was 10, and the feels like outside was -13. Not happening.
Yeah, this is the weather that I look at and go, why does anybody live here? Like, if you live in a place where this can happen, you live in a place where caribou should mate and not much else should happen. Because human people are not meant to survive in zero. That's why we don't have fur and hooves. That's just the way it is. It doesn't happen here much, but once is too often.
Yes, it's a very apt analysis by you, Jeremy Greene.
No doubt. Animals that are meant to live outside when it's cold as excrement have hooves and fur. We don't. Mm-hmm. At least most of us don't. Some do. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while you'll see that one guy at the bar and you're like, whoa, shoo. His parents were blood related for sure.
And you only see him at family reunions. Right?
I see him every day sitting across from me. It was too easy. It was too easy. I couldn't help it.
Grading all of the coaching hires in the NFL. Are we starting at the top or are you starting at the bottom?
It's up to you. You name a team, I have a grade.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go Cleveland Browns. Todd Monken.
I want to hear your grade because you're you're more of a Todd Monken guy than I am.
B. It's a solid B.
How in the world is that a B? Holy sheep excrement grading on a curve. I'm going to need you to explain that as slow as humanly possible.
Okay, is there another coach that's better that would have taken that job? No.
Okay, so you added too many words there. Was there another coach that would take this job, which would guarantee they were better? Because Todd Monken is one of the worst coaches we have in the NFL. By the way, this is the same guy.
Why do you say that?
How bad did he drive you crazy at Georgia? I get it. Mike Bobo has skewed you.
Never. Todd Monken, never. I love Todd Monken, and I hated the fact that he left.
Okay, let me ask the Ravens fans then. How badly have you cursed his name over the last handful of years? I mean,
I don't think it was much because you had 2 MVP seasons or MVP-worthy seasons.
Because you had an MVP-worthy quarterback. How often did you look at this offense and go, how many times are we going to keep doing the exact same thing? Like, you have all these dynamic playmakers, and yet we run an offense that looks like it fell out of 1976. For me, this is a Gary Busey.
Wow.
If for nothing else, because Todd Monken came out and said, I wanted Shedeur Sanders the whole time, then that means you're a moron. If you walked into this and said, yeah, I can make Shedeur work, unless you are a member of the divinity that I don't know about, no, you cannot. Yeah, for me, this is worse than an F. This is a good old GB Gary Busey.
Wow.
I would have been better if you just promoted Jim Schwartz. By comparison of what those two can be, Mike LaFleur is Bill Walsh and Todd Monken is Daryl the janitor.
Holy cow.
I'll put it to you this way.
I can't wait to see the next time he orchestrates an MVP-worthy offense.
Well, you know where it won't be? It sure as hell won't be in Cleveland. You had to wait for a while unless they decide to fire him after 1 year because it ain't going to be in Cleveland. I don't know that I've ever seen him even be a real-life, honest-to-God candidate anywhere else.
Todd, I mean...
You understand this is the guy that the ownership of the Baltimore Ravens looked at and said, you will fire him or we will fire you. And the Cleveland Browns went, we can't get John Harbaugh. Give us that guy that he hated that bad. That'll be fun. This would be the equivalent of you or I being so bad at our job that they come to us and go, we can't do this anymore. And somebody from across the street comes over and goes, we'll give you everything. We'll give you full control. You can have it all. You're the new boss. Because that's exactly what just happened. You're trying to be the Ravens, and you just took the guy that they hated so bad they were willing to blow the whole thing up. Yeah, I thought it was a joke. I'll be honest with you. I thought somebody was screwing with me when I first saw it. They just hired Todd Monken. I'd rather you promoted Jim Schwartz. Because, see, here's the problem. Who's Todd Monken worked with in the NFL?
John Harbaugh.
Yeah, who just built a staff out in Baltimore or in New York.
Yeah.
What do you think Todd Monken's staff's going to look like? I'll go ahead and tell you they already stole a guy from the Jets that I laughed hard when I saw it. I think it was the tight ends coach. Is it the tight ends coach, the O-line coach, one or the other?
Mm-hmm.
I laughed until it hurt when I saw that name pop up on my screen. I think that, I'll put it this way, 3 years from now, and anybody's welcome to clip this and save it, 3 years from now, Todd Monken will have no more than 15 more wins for the Cleveland Browns than I do. I don't think he'll even still be there because I think this is going to be a disaster. He was the one that came in and said what the owner wanted to hear. The problem is that the owner is a lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
He wants Shedeur to be the guy because he, for some reason, thinks he knows something the rest of the league doesn't. You don't. It's the reason this franchise has been a perennial loser the entire time he's owned it. It's the same thing he did with Baker Mayfield. It's the same thing he's done with a handful of other guys. I'm smarter than you. I see something you don't. Let me go ahead and tell you, there's nothing there. And if you think you're going to build an offense around this kid, you're going to be 5 years out going, ugh.
Agreed.
I honestly, Nate Scheelhaas was the one that I wanted.
Ooh.
Which should tell you everything you need to know because Nate Scheelhaas worked under Mike LaFleur.
He weren't doing that.
He got to a second interview. He was one of the finalists.
Ooh.
And I 100% the information I have. So the information that I have, and I can't tell you this is credible. I mean, I know the guy that said it, but is he super locked into Cleveland? I don't know. The deal breaker was Nate Schilhaas said, I can't make it work with Shedeur Sanders, and Todd Monken didn't.
Mm-hmm.
When that's what gets you a job, I've never seen it work. Literally, I've never seen it work.
By the way, that's Pro Bowler Shedeur Sanders.
Stop. 47-year-old Joe Flacco that played like 6 games as a Pro Bowler. At this point, they should go get Pro Bowlers to be Pro Bowlers. We have our first Super Chat of the day.
All right.
It's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
It's from Dana, and it's a big one. We appreciate that. The issue with Jonathan Gannon and Drew Petzing was teaching didn't translate. 3 years of bad tackling and play design, but Gannon would repeat fundamentals every presser. If LaFleur's routes hit the – oh, wait a minute. If LaFleur's routes hit the first read on the drop and the second off the hitch, we're better. I agree. That's where I'm at. The offense was so confusing in Arizona. I don't see how it couldn't be better. If Mike LaFleur comes in and does the same thing he did with the Jets, just the fact that he has Brissett or Kyler Murray, it's going to be better than it was with Zach Wilson. And I'll be honest with you, this is coming from a Jets fan. I never thought our offensive play design was bad. I just thought Zach Wilson couldn't run it. Now, that I will say, if you're planning on bringing in a young quarterback, of which I don't know where in the world you're going to find one, but if that's your plan, I don't know exactly how that's going to look. But Wilson was super raw.
Tell us about Joe Brady. What grade do you give the Buffalo Bills promoting Joe Brady to the head coaching position?
It's what every team wants to find, a big old D. I don't get this at all. Like, you fired Sean McDermott, who is well-respected around the league to a point, to promote the OC that I've never at any point thought was getting the best out of Josh Allen. I've regressed on Joe Brady as time has gone on. Because if you remember when we did expansion teams a handful of years ago, he was the coach I picked.
Mm-hmm.
And now I look at him and go, who have you made better? Name me the player on that offense that Joe Brady made better.
James Cook.
I don't know that Joe Brady did that so much as James Cook was just that good all along, but okay, I'll give you that one.
Unless he, he at least like started featuring him, right?
To a point. He's also the same guy that in the most crucial downs was going, we need to get Ty Johnson a couple reps here, which to me is a fireable offense in and of itself. You're taking the only playmaker you have off the field inside the 8-yard line. That is buffoonery. That is Chip Kelly level buffoonery. I mean, for me, that's a solid D. And I don't really know who they could have hired that I would, because they fired McDermott so late in the process. I don't even really know who they could have hired that would have made me feel good. But I can tell you it wasn't this. How many times did we say, man, Josh Allen he's reverting back to weird college tape Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that fall on? It's got to be Joe Brady. And then you look at the staff he brought in. Carmichael from the Saints, who I'm telling you right now, I know less than 20 Saints fans that were ready to set that dude's house on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And that's your OC. And Jimmy Leonard is your DC. This is his first crack at a DC job. And I love Jimmy. That has a recipe for bad news bears written all over it. What did you give it? Just out of curiosity, you seem to really gristle.
A C. I thought it was fine. I thought it was okay. It was. Look, if here's the problem. If John Harbaugh had held out until they fired Sean McDermott and he took that job, then I think that could have been better. But other than him, I don't know that there was anybody else.
Joshua Penix just nailed it for me.
I would have been excited for that job.
Joshua Penix just nailed it for me. I don't get how you can hire a coach from the same staff that you just threw under the bus for the Keon Coleman thing.
Oh, but he loved it.
I also can't wait to – how is that going to resolve itself, and why is Keon Coleman going to be traded for a conditional 7th-round pick?
No, he loved him. He said the best thing that ever happened to Keon Coleman's career was for him to be made head coach. Okay, but you were just the OC, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense, Joe. That doesn't make sense. I mean, unless he's saying that it was Sean McDermott that was holding Keon Coleman back, then maybe I don't see how you get to that point.
My question:
why would Sean McDermott single him out?
My question, Joe.
Listen, Joe, you can play whoever you want to, but not that Keon guy.
My question, Joe, and you know this is some personal information, and if you don't want to answer it for me, that's fine. Did you at least get a glove? When the Pagulas put their hand right up your keister and made your mouth move, did you at least get a glove first? I watched that whole press conference and went, "Oh my God, this whole process has been a train wreck."
You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. When we come back, we'll find out what grade the Falcons get for their head coaching hire.
This is ESPN.
And we're clear.
I thought my glove line was going to break you.
Coming up the middle on a blitz. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
Beer City's Tar Heel Station.
Off the back.
I'll be right back. I got to go get a little bag of chips or something. I'm about to starve to death.
Word.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Doug's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon, ESPN Asheville.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Jesus didn't live passively. He lived on a rescue mission. As we step into the new year, the Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow podcast reminds us that God has called us to more, to live on purpose and rise as conquerors. As followers of Christ, we're called to do the same, because discipline may be painful in the moment, but it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow, and listen now.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingalls
Whoever invented the Cheez-It was a beautiful individual.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. Be sure to follow the Sportsocracy on all the social medias at the Sportsocracy. You can also follow ESPN Asheville on Facebook at ESPN AVL. And by the way, all week this week, we got chances for you to register to win tickets to the Carolina Duke game. Coming up on Saturday at 5:30 here on ESPN Asheville. We will have the coverage of the big old rivalry for you. But we want you to go to Chapel Hill. So we're going to be giving you all opportunities to register to win all week long. We've got the nice little chance for you up at the ESPN Asheville Facebook page right now. All you got to do is just share, participate, whatever. We'll give out some phone numbers here before the end of the program today. We'll take a couple of more registrants over the phone, and I'm taking as many registrants as I can, Jeremy, until Thursday.
How many times are you going to use the word registrants?
Mm-hmm.
Is that even a word?
Yes, a registrant is you registered for something. You could consider me the registrar, if you will.
I will never consider you that.
I'm compiling the list, though, and I've got about 40, I think. I have about 40 people's name on the list in the hat right now for tickets. So
they did have to answer your question correctly.
Do what?
I said they did have to answer your question correctly because a lot of people did not read the whole post, and that does eliminate from qualification. So you got to try again the next time we do this.
What are you referring to, the Duke fans?
There were a couple that just randomly, like, hey, what would your son say? Christian Leitner. Just his name? Nothing more? Okay.
That's a good answer. So Christian Leitner is an acceptable answer.
Of course it is. You gave Todd Monken a B. And a lot of things are acceptable answers to you.
I can't believe you hate him so much. But okay.
I can't believe you don't.
I don't know why. I mean, the only time he coached my college team, he won 2 national championships. He coached in Baltimore the past 3 years, and sure, this past year wasn't great, but the first 2 years were pretty damn good. In fact, Lamar won an MVP, and he almost won one the second year.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
He did the same thing with Greg Roman, just throwing that out there.
All right.
Facts don't care about your feelings, because what I just said is 100% true.
Sure.
We have a super chat, and then we'll get into, I think you said the Atlanta Falcons?
Sure.
Great North Sports out here just gifting memberships to the House of Reprehensibles, which we always appreciate. You can join the House of Reprehensibles. It's a very nominal fee. You get a little beer mug next to your name. It's a fun time. It's a fun time had by all.
The Atlanta Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski to be their next head coach after letting Raheem Morris go. All of the coaches, by the way, from the Falcons immediately hired elsewhere. Just throwing that out there. Zach Robinson goes to Tampa. Raheem Morris goes to L.A. or San Francisco. Excuse me, not L.A. San Francisco. And Ulbrich got to keep his job.
Yeah.
So if it works for them elsewhere, we got a common denominator. It's the Atlanta Falcons. Because Kevin Stefanski going to be any good?
I think so.
Falcons.
This is an A-plus hire to me. This is the best hire on the board to me. Because you brought in an offensive guy with a quarterback that somewhat fits what he wants. He's also not beholden to Penix. Now, if he decides he wants to move on, he can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got Bijan, you got Drake London. I think there's a good chance they bring back Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is one guy, by the way, if I learned anything in Mobile, if that dude hits the open market, he is going to make a mint. I think I had 10 different teams tell me, if we get a crack at Kyle Pitts, we're going to take it.
Nice.
Do you see a way this doesn't improve?
That Atlanta doesn't improve?
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I mean, 9-win season. Sure. But I don't know that this is going to push you over the top. Look, this is another one of those. I hope Kevin Stefanski is going to be better here. I mean, surely this franchise is better than the Browns, right? So maybe it was just the Browns holding him back.
I want to ask you a question. I just want to see how close you get to this.
Okay.
Kevin Stefanski won 11 games twice in Cleveland.
Okay.
Can you name me the last two coaches that did that?
That won 11 games in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
No clue. Sam Weish and I don't even know how far I can go back here. I don't know.
The correct answer would be 1994, Bill Belichick, and 1986, Marty Schottenheimer. That's the last two times they won 11 games before Kevin Stefanski.
Nice.
And you fired that guy to hire the guy that got John Harbaugh fired. I will never understand. If you said you can spell that out in crayon to me, and it would never make any sense.
Okay.
That is, by the way, my favorite stat ever. As long as I have walked this earth, because I was born in 1987, Kevin Stefanski has 2 of the 3 11-win seasons that the Cleveland Browns have had in franchise history. Woof. Romeo Crennel did win 10 games in 2007, so let's give him his flowers. That's the only other double-digit win season.
Nice.
The Browns are a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
It's skewing people on Stefanski. I think he goes to Atlanta. I think he gets carte blanche. I think that's why he didn't want to interview with – I mean, he did a couple other interviews, but in terms of that second interview, it was Atlanta. It moved fast. And now I get all these weapons. I think Bijan Robinson is a perfect fit for him.
Mm-hmm.
Ulbrich keeping the defense was a huge part of this. Now, oddly enough, Jim Schwartz is probably looking around going, hey, you ain't got anything for me down there? Because I really don't want to hang out here with Todd Monken. I think it's an A+.
All right.
Now, what did you give that one?
It's an A.
Okay.
He's one of the best hires of the cycle.
I didn't know if your Tampa Bay fandom would preclude you from being honest there.
What? Oh, because he's going to Atlanta.
Oh, he's going to Atlanta.
No,
Atlanta just sucks. He just came from NFL Siberia.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Stefanski is the first person in the history of time to ever get fired upward.
And now he just upgraded to Chechnya.
Atlanta's not that bad.
Brr, come on.
Atlanta's been to 2 Super Bowls in 25 years. Dude, you're talking to a Jets fan. Get out of here. Chechnya is the Jets. By comparison, the Falcons they're no worse than France. It's pretty, it's just not practical.
Sure. And every chance they get, they're going to wave that white flag.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Every chance they get, they're going to roll over and die. Oh, my God. Now I want to do that. What country is every NFL team?
Oh, that seems like a project that could get us in trouble.
For sure. That's just why we should probably stop. But now in my head, I can't stop.
Kevin Stefanski, that is a good hire. The Atlanta Falcons, still not a good franchise. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN
Yeah, we're clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
With sunshine and a light breeze out of the north today, the high should climb to the upper 30s. Then black ice will.
I mean, the New England Patriots have to be America, because what's more American than
we'll see cloud. An isolated shower during the afternoon with a high of 47. Rain increases tomorrow night with a low dropping into the low to mid 30s. And for Wednesday,
Gary Bird's asked me what the Commanders are. I don't think he's going to like my answer.
I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. The new Biggie Deals.
I just love that you broke out Chechnya. I did not have a Chechnya reference.
Gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Are you running for office and have a message you want?
It's about the most off-the-wall thing I could think of at the moment.
For sure.
Radio comes in. Radio is
What's your weird story?
Morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost.
We'll find out.
Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on air in just 48 hours. 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Big game coverage, the Winter Olympics from Milan, NBC's official audio partner, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, and sports betting. Search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7.
Push
Your home
it
for the
real
Sportsocracy.
good.
Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught. Service before self.
We do have one question.
Gary was
for the
asking where
veterans
the clothes are. So shirts have not been sent here yet. But
if you or someone you know
I
needs
have confirmed that is
whether it's
happening.
for stress,
They didn't know what
finances,
size I
employment,
wore,
or mental health. Don't wait. Reach out.
which
Find more
is
information at
official confirmation that I am.
That's
fat.
va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
At Ingles Weather, we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It is not only deathly cold here in the mountains of western North Carolina, where this morning's low was it was just 1 single degree this morning, which is just hate your life kind of cold. But it's been cold all over the southeast this weekend. And something happened yesterday in Florida that doesn't happen too often. Down in Florida, the Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission set up 5 drop-off points for you to drop off your frozen lizard. If your lizard got a little too cold and fell out of a tree, then Florida Fish and Wildlife Well, they were on the scene yesterday at 4 different spots around southern Florida, Lakeland and Fort Myers. They had Marathon, Florida. They had drop-off centers set up. So if the iguanas that froze in the trees fell to the ground, you could collect them up and then take them to the recycling center, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they were going to do with them other than just, rub their bellies and just, send them back out on their way. Not sure about that. But yeah, it was a state of emergency as the iguanas were falling from trees. You can go on social media, by the way, and you can see many reporters in South Florida doing the obligatory frozen iguana story over the weekend. And there was one girl, I think she was with like Channel 6 in Miami or something like that. She was standing next to a pile of them there was about 25 of them underneath one tree. And I went, nope, see, this is one reason why we don't go to Florida in the winter. Because down there, the lizards just fall out of trees, apparently.
Yeah, it's called an invasive species. So they don't warm them back up. They they do the same thing Rose did to Jack. Yeah, we could save you, but we're not gonna.
No.
By the way, just speaking of the snow, I will say, after seeing what some of you call 8 inches of snow, I've never understood women better than I do right now.
Oh, now I do have a question though.
Yep.
If that's what they're doing with the reptiles, with the iguanas, then why am I wasting my time bringing them to you? If yours is to discard, then what? Why do I need to bring them to you for that?
Because they want to make sure somebody doesn't.
Myself?
Because they want to make sure somebody in Florida doesn't warm it up and turn them into like a little army of heathens in the trailer park. Don't you mess with me, Daryl. I got a whole army of zombie lizards that have been dead. I brought them back and they're mad. My story comes from the Logan International Airport. Tank, I've done some dumb things in an airport. I've slept in an airport a handful of times. I've met a few females who may or may not know my real name. But I think I have found the line of what I am not willing to do in an airport. And that is eat a White Castle burger out of a vending machine. Over the weekend, I haven't flown through Logan in a while, so this could have happened more recently. I don't know. They have a whole kiosk. It's called a Crave and Go, where you put in your monies and it spits out a hot White Castle cheeseburger. I would rather try the goat soup you had that led to your horrible airline experience. Eating a White Castle cheeseburger out of a vending machine means you are guaranteed to disrupt any matrimony that happens on that plane.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, there's nothing in this life that's more overrated than White Castle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little burger. Mm-hmm. What I don't understand is why nobody's ever created a Ginger Castle where you get a cheeseburger that's as big as the hubcap off a Ford Taurus. That's what I want. You bring me, I don't need 3 of them. I just got a wheel-sized burger that I can't even pick up, and I have to eat it with a knife and a fork.
Jeremy wants Mondo Burger.
I don't even know what that is.
Just ginormous.
Biggins.
Just bigger than your head. Okay.
I'll never understand how as a culture we allowed people to say, look, it's fun size because it's little. Maybe it goes back to that measuring snow thing we were talking about. I don't know. But you want to give me a fun size Snicker bar? It should be about as big as my forearm.
Oh, gross. That's too much.
No, it's not. I eat like 2 Snickers a year. And they're usually when I'm talking to relatives that died back in the 90s. I stopped at a gas station and went, I need something of substance. I need food or I will die. I will deal with caramel.
Yeah. That's too big. That's way too big. You don't want a candy bar that big.
Are you a White Castle guy?
You'd get sick of it by the time you finish that.
I wouldn't, but
bar.
I'm also built different. Are you a White Castle guy?
No, I've never been to a White Castle.
That surprises me.
Crystal.
Which is
there aren't any White Castles around here.
It's the same thing. White Castle and Crystal is like, I bought this from Wish. Well, I bought this from Timo. Well, it's the same piece of crap that you shouldn't have paid money for it. So.
You stopped that. Crystal's way better, and you know it.
I don't like any burger that they're like, we only put mustard on it. Why? Do you think because it got smaller that ketchup's going to overpower it with, I don't know, flavor?
You could put other stuff on it. You don't have to just eat it how they give it to you.
Yeah, but so now I'm doing your job. Where's my tip, Daryl? You've been working here all day. You gave me half a burger. I had to finish it. That's why I came to you. Because I am lazy and I don't want to do that.
The Crystal Chick, far superior. That's the thing about Crystal is the Crystal Burger is the worst thing on their menu. Because the Crystal Chick is 1, and then the Corn Puff is 2.
The corn puff?
Yes.
By the way, that's
pup.
the corn
the
puff.
The pup. The
corn
pup because it's a small corn dog.
Oh, I get it now. I saw a joke that I could aim at you, and there it was all gas, no break.
No, it's not cheesy poofs. It's the corn pup because it's a small corn dog, and then they have the chili dogs. Those are better than the burgers as well. So really, I don't go to Crystal for the Crystal Burger.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a different question.
Because it sucks, because the Crystal Burger is like 1/8 of an inch thick, and the bread is 4 times or 5 times as thick as that. And
I don't know if you know this or
for
not.
Bread and mustard. I appreciate it.
Crystal and White Castle. You remember those gym mats we used to have when we were kids that you'd have to do like sit-ups on? That's where they go when they die. They go to Crystal and they become cheeseburgers.
Yes.
If you could get a McDonald's burger out of a vending machine, would you eat it?
No.
I would. I'd put one in my house. There'd be one in my office like, oh, I'm going to have me a double quarter pounder in the next break.
Ugh. No, I don't trust perishable foods in vending machines.
It's cute that you think there's anything perishable about McDonald's. I know that, and I don't even kind of care. They grow their cucumbers in some lab somewhere that those pickles don't ever go bad, and they slap so hard.
You know that's not good, right? You're not supposed to eat like hamburgers and stuff that just sat out for days, Tank Spencer.
Tank, you're also not supposed to drink Fireball out of the bottle, but what are you, a cop?
Well, I guess that's true, too.
Don't you rain on my parade. You don't know my life.
I think that's going to be... And is it... Okay, we're getting way too far in the weeds on this vending machine thing. No, I'm not buying burgers from a vending machine. Continuing with the coaching grades of the 2026 NFL hiring cycle, the Tennessee Titans. They've hired Rob Saleh, your former head coach with the New York Jets. You hated him when he was with the Jets. So
I didn't hate him.
Like this? Well, I
didn't
hated
hate
him by the end. How many times did I have to hear Rob Saleh's just not a head coach in this league? A lot. I heard that a lot out of your mouth toward the end of that.
Hey, you know who else you've heard that about over your time of doing this show with me? Jimbo Fisher, Willie Taggart, Mike Norvell, Robert Saleh, Adam Gase, the Aaron Glenn, Rex Ryan, Rich Kotite, Bruce That's really kind of a tenet of being a coach of a team that I enjoy, is at some point, unless you're Bobby Bowden, I'm going to dislike you a lot.
So what? So how do you? Why do you like this for Tennessee, or do you like this for Tennessee?
I do like this for Tennessee because I think Rob's a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach in a big market like New York, because there were a lot of tenets of that job that he really didn't enjoy doing, which was he didn't like the media. Look, I think he's a really smart coach. I don't know how good of a defensive coach he is, because I don't think I've ever seen a guy get more credit for building mediocre defenses in my entire life. But he did build a really good defense with the Jets. Now, he had Joe Douglas, which he does not have with the Tennessee Titans. I'm really curious to see how this second act works for him. I gave Robert Saleh a B-. If it had been practically any other team, it would probably have been an A-. The problem is, what are you going to do with Cam Ward? So who's the OC going to be? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I had it in my head it's going to be Mike LaFleur. Then he got the Arizona job, and that caught me a little off guard.
No, it's Brian Daboll. That's the OC.
Oh, yeah, that happened while I was in Mobile. That you're 100% right. And that's Jeremy getting corrected on air. That doesn't happen a ton, but it does happen from time to time. So I've changed my grade to a B+ because you got one of the better quarterback guys, and I feel like Daboll is. I forgot all about that because that came down of he was still a candidate for the Raiders or one of the other jobs, and he told Saleh, "I gave you my word. I'm your OC."
Yeah, it was contingent. They gave him the job contingent on him not getting the Raiders job.
That does make me like that a lot better because now Daboll's just going to be the guy. I mean, he's just going to be the guy. Now, Penix in the YouTube chat said, I like Daboll. I just don't think he's there for long. That does worry me, that you could be a year out of having to replace the guy that Cam Ward's gotten so comfortable with.
You could be. You could be.
Brian Daboll came closer to getting more of these jobs in this cycle than you think.
But, I guess there's that. But I'm thinking, I mean, if there's a giant turnaround in Tennessee, he's definitely gone.
Oh, if Tennessee goes 9-8 next year, Brian Daboll will be a coach in the NFL. A head coach.
If not, though, then that becomes less likely. I would imagine that he gets a job if things don't go swimmingly next year and there's not a vast improvement. Brian Daboll taking over as the OC surely does help me like the Rob Saleh hire better. But I was very underwhelmed. I didn't get real excited about it. Of course, I didn't think there was anything real exciting that you could do. So this is probably the best you could have done.
Rob Saleh is the best coach that I think would take the Tennessee Titans job. And look, I think he can be really – I can tell you the Jets guys that I know loved him.
Mm-hmm.
And that it all came tumbling after from there. I'm curious to see what he does with that defense. Because you got to understand, in a Robert Saleh defense with Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat in the middle, shoo, buddy. You talk about getting pressure from the interior, you find even a halfway competent pass rusher, and they're going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that your secondary is bad. And in that defense, he really cannot have a bad second. I mean, we saw what happened in San Francisco. Right. They just got picked apart by good teams.
Mm-hmm.
What grade did you give Saleh?
A B.
A B.
Yeah. I thought it was.
Nobody fails your class, do they?
No.
God, you must have hated Joe Brady. A C for you is like an L for me.
I mean, there was one. There was one team that failed the course.
Oh, I can't wait to hear who that is. You know who I bet it's not?
Okay, we'll talk about them next.
Go ahead.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. F. You get an F. And I know you disagree, but
vehemently.
To me, that's terrible.
I disagree because if Pittsburgh's still a competitive team, and I get it from the fans' perspective, you want the guy that's going to crash this out. I'm just telling you, as somebody that I wanted the same thing, because I had Rex Ryan, and Rex is not going to get us over and then 14 years later, I'm still waiting to get back to where Rex got me.
Right.
I know there's not going to be a crater into the ocean with Mike McCarthy. I know it for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't rail on a team that's been the bastion of consistency for going, okay, we're going to do the same thing, only with an offensive guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I also think this gave you the best chance to keep Aaron Rodgers for one more year and not have to dive into the abyss that is the quarterback market this year. Do I love Mike McCarthy? No, I don't, by any stretch of the imagination, and I agree with you. I think it's very similar to what you just fired.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it's offensive. At least you don't have to deal with Jonnu Smith and Arthur Smith and run, pass, punt. My God, that is boring football. You will not do that with Mike McCarthy, I can tell you that much.
I agree with Jonathan Welch in the YouTube comments. He says 8-9 is not competitive.
No, 4-13 is not competitive. 8-9 team can still beat good teams anytime with just a couple breaks.
Sure, but you're not competing for anything in the long run. And I don't think you're competing for anything in the long run with this move. There's no upside here for me.
Was there any coach they could have hired or that they talked to that you would have felt different about? Because, see, I have a theory on this, that this was a zero-sum game for Pittsburgh. Unless they went so far off the board and hired Nate Scheelhaas or one of those guys, you weren't going to like it. Because if you hired a defensive guy, well, is he even as good as Tomlin?
Who? Scheelhaas?
If you hired a defensive guy, they're going to be comped against each other is he even as good?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Welch said Sean McDermott. My God, you talk about putting the same coat of paint. Just, hey, look, we repainted the house the same color it was. Because Sean McDermott and Mike Tomlin are the same dude.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about one that would have gotten a good God, I'd have given that a Q. If they'd hired Sean McDermott, I'd have made fun of the Pittsburgh Steelers until they fired him. Because you fired a guy to hire his doppelganger.
Yeah. Well, same thing happened here.
Yeah, but at least one of them's offensive.
I see what you're saying.
McCarthy's an offensive guy. The offense has to be better. It's physically impossible for it to be what Arthur Smith gave you, what Matt Canada gave you. To me, that was the undoing of Mike Tomlin. The defense was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
The offense was pure dog excrement for 10 years. Just bring me somebody that can coordinate an offense, please, God.
What later grade did you give Mike McCarthy's hire?
That was a B for me.
All right, there you have it. We are up to the last hour of the program. We'll take our quick break, and then we'll be back to continue with the grading of the coaching hires. Plus, we got 2026 NFL Draft Class quarterback rankings from Flostradamus.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Your mountain weather forecast.
With
Thanks,
sunshine
sir.
and a light breeze out of the north today, the high should climb to the upper 30s, then black ice possibility again overnight as the low dips into the upper teens under a partly cloudy sky. We'll see clouds increasing tomorrow, possibly an isolated shower during the afternoon with a high of 47. Rain increases tomorrow night with a low dropping into the low to mid 30s. And for Wednesday, an occasional afternoon shower as the high approaches 44 degrees. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness! Oh, nice!
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Don't miss the 2026 Ingles SoCon Basketball Championships at the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville, March 5th through the 9th. 5 action-packed days, your favorite SoCon teams, 2 tickets to the NCAA tournament on the line. Bring your whole family for unforgettable fun, kids activities, downtown events, non-stop excitement all week. Secure your spot now at SoConHoops.com or through the Harris Cherokee Center Asheville box office. Be a part of the madness before it's gone.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingles studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
The Sportsocracy.
That's the way I feel when my team wins. And if I want to jump up and down when my team wins, and if I want to hug my players when they do good, I'm going to do it.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, Kellen in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3, nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champion.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, you fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong. Woohoo!
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. By storing our guns safely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. That's check. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
Live from the Ingalls studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the Beck dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Sportsocracy is heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. No, I do not want to sell you my car. Stop. Jeez, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. How'd you ever work in the car business, Jeremy?
Well, most of the people that work in the car business are great, like our friends at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. That's why you should go to them, because they don't do that. They just sell you a car and go, hey, enjoy your car. And when you need us again, you call us.
It'll bug the hell out of you, just constantly. I'm pretty sure you really don't want my crap box car. It's not even running right now. Anyway, welcome back into the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville. It is Monday of Super Bowl week, opening night tonight down in San Jose, California. They're not doing the media night at the stadium. Jeremy, did you hear this? Because they didn't want to ruin the grass, because it's natural grass down there at Levi Stadium. So they didn't want the grass getting messed up.
That's not it. They're afraid that the electrons from the tower is it's what happened to the 49ers. They've been hurt for years because the electrons from the tower there.
They said they didn't want to get the grass messed up. As someone, who went to this thing last year, they don't even let you walk on the grass anyway.
No.
What do you mean? You're trying to protect the grass. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's a real convenient excuse for people that haven't been there. It's I blame the government. That's who did it.
Alex Jones. Thanks for making an appearance today.
Yep. He just poked his finger in his eye, and he had jalapeno juice on it. So now I'm gonna be one-eyed, Alex Jones.
He's a big dumb animal, folks.
Yeah, I'm not real bright. Now my eye hurts a lot. I blame Joe Biden. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
The NFL head coaching carousel cycle has officially, I guess it hasn't officially stopped. All the seats have been claimed, but they're not officially official because the Raiders still have to wait for Clint Kubiak to finish out the Super Bowl this week before he can be hired as their new head coach. But everybody agrees in principle that that's what's going to happen.
The music stopped, and now we're just all making oogly eyes at the one that didn't have a seat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who's that?
Who didn't get a seat? Mike Tomlin, Sean McDermott. There's a bunch of them.
There's nobody making googly eyes at any of those guys, I don't think. At least not until next year. We're grading all of the head coaching jobs, though. Let's see here. We've been through all of them except for the Miami Dolphins. Jeff Hafley, hired as the head coach, defensive coordinator from the Green Bay Packers. He comes down to join the old hyphenated guy who took the GM job. What's his name?
John Eric Sullivan.
I keep forgetting his name.
Also known as Jeff Hafley, too. They look eerily similar.
So he brings Jeff Hafley down to Green Bay to replace Mike McDaniel. Hafley went with Bobby Slowick as the offensive coordinator, and then has he decided on a defensive coordinator?
Yes, he hired the DC is Sean Dugan.
Loved his boy Max. I have no idea.
He was the linebackers coach under Halfley for the Packers.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sometimes I have to figure out if you're
guy
just
you've never heard of.
Sometimes I have to figure out if you actually don't know who I'm talking about or if you're just being a goober to make a joke. I never can quite tell. So I try to let it roll out as long as I can.
Yeah, no, this was Hacksaw's boy, right?
There it is. See, if you said that the first time, I'd have known. Just dumbass. He's just being a dumbass.
Old Hacksaw Jim Dugan.
I gave Jeff Halfley an A-. That defense is an assault on your eyeballs.
Yes. And I think if anybody can turn that around, it'll be Jeff Halfley. Now, obviously, he's going to have to get with his little hyphenated buddy, and they're going to have to find him some players.
Hey, this year, don't take 3 nose tackles.
No.
100%. Let me just JES, let me give you a solid piece of advice. Don't do that again. I made fun of it then. I've made a lot of fun of it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should think about taking a corner at some point.
Possibly.
Because you don't have any of those.
What do you mean Rasul Douglas is not good enough for you? I mean, there is that Green Bay connection, so...
Yeah, I was more thinking of Cater Kohu and Jack Jones and all the other just abominations. Yeah, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Also hurts that somehow Bradley Chubb and Chop Robinson were 2 of the lowest rated edge rushers in the NFL last year. That will get better. Now, what you're going to do offensively, I don't know. Bobby Slowick, take luck.
Well, it's not like he's going to have, good choice at quarterback or, well, that's pretty much where it stops right there. I mean, their offensive line is not good either, but, I mean, sure, you kind of need one to take care of the other, but when the quarterback's bad, what does it matter how bad your offensive line is? You're not really going that far anyway, are you?
No, I like the hire of Halfley. I like that it came with the guy that he's very familiar with. And now you're going to see him turn this roster. And I think the defense gets better quickly. The offense is going to take some time. But Jeff Halfley was one of the better hires in the cycle for me.
Agreed. Let's go New York Football Giants.
Let's do that one last. That's
okay.
Because we still have Baltimore.
Okay.
You also didn't give a grade on Halfley.
It was an A for me. That was my favorite hire of the whole cycle.
Okay.
Baltimore Ravens. Jesse Minter comes back to Baltimore. And he's bringing Declan Doyle with him.
I actually like Declan Doyle. You said the last one was your favorite hire? This is my favorite. This is my A+.
Okay.
This one in Atlanta. Declan Doyle and Jesse Minter is 2 guys under 38 years old, I think. Mm-hmm. Declan's one of the youngest coordinators in NFL history. And he's a Ben Johnson disciple. I think you're going to love this.
Yeah, I think he's 34.
He may be younger than that.
I think I read that earlier today.
I love that hire. You get 2 young guys that
he's
are
29.
He was 29 last year. I think he'll be 30 by the start of this year.
Good Lord. He was born in 1996.
Why'd you have to say it that way? I don't like that.
Declan Doyle was born when I was a freshman in high school. Gross.
1996 was about the time Katie Holmes came into my life, as did Dawson's Creek, and my brain got stupider. And that's when Declan Doyle became a person, and I don't like that.
Yes.
For me, this was as A+ as it gets. You get a guy that keeps the culture. It's a new voice. It's a young voice.
Mm-hmm.
And, you look at Baltimore's history, I won't be shocked if Jesse Minter's here for double-digit years.
That's the hope anyway. See, because I feel like that's what you're supposed to do.
No doubt.
When you hire when you fire a coach or have to part ways with a coach who's been there for a long time, taking you to Super Bowls and all of that, you try to set yourself up for the future, right? We want to do this again down the road. That's something Pittsburgh didn't do. The Ravens, though, they figured out how to do it.
Let's play a fun game.
Yeah.
The longest tenured head coaches in the NFL as of right now are who?
Oh, Lord. Hell, I don't know. Andy Reid.
That's one. 2013.
Yeah, who else?
McVay's 2, 2017.
Okay.
Kyle Shanahan's right behind him. He was hired just a couple days later.
Okay.
Matt LaFleur
Mm-hmm.
and Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor is the 5th longest tenured head coach in the NFL.
That'll change next year.
There's only 2 more. So they were both hired in 2019. There's only 2 more from 2021. And that's Dan Campbell and Nick Sirianni. Yep. Every other team in the NFL has hired a new coach in the last 4 years. Which is insane. Nope, you're right there too, 2022. O'Connell, Bowles.
That doesn't count.
It does because he wasn't your head coach. God, Sean Payton is the 10th longest tenured coach in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Not for long, and it holds its reputation. But I mean, where I was going with that is it's Kansas City, the Rams, San Francisco, Green Bay. That's your 4 longest tenured head coaches in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. That's 4 of the 8 most stable franchises in the league.
Sure. Well,
it seems they go in here.
They'd be on that list.
The ones that come in here and hire coaches like, I don't know, Todd Monken. Those are the ones where I go, cool, I'll see you back in this cycle in between 2 and 3 years. Not sure which one. Hell, might be a year from now. But we won't be talking about you here 4 years from now.
Mm-hmm. And then one last one, the New York Giants.
What was your grade on Baltimore? You keep not giving a grade.
A.
What's your grade on the New York Football Giants? I'm going to get in front of this so I don't have to ask you again on the backside.
A.
Elaborate.
John Harbaugh is one of the best coaches in the league, period. Wherever he went, this was going to be a great hire.
I mean, you already know I don't agree with you, so.
I know you don't. I don't understand why.
You want me to do it in the Dr. Evil voice? $100 million. Pass. Seacrest out, not even kind of think about it. I'm paying John Harbaugh the same amount that Andy Reid makes. And you hear how when you say that out loud, you go, that sounds really stupid. Like just insanely stupid. And if you don't believe me, allow me to maybe give you a piece of an example of. We just said we both gave A's to the Baltimore Ravens for hiring Jesse Minter.
Yes.
If the Ravens go 13-4 next year, you're gonna be surprised. Because I won't. I won't be surprised in the least. If that team hired Jesse Minter and Declan O'Doyle rules, and all of a sudden they get better, are you gonna be shocked? Now let's play the same game. If the New York Giants make it to the playoffs, how stunned will you be?
Totally.
And there's my point. There's 100% my boy. It's not John Harbaugh. It was never John Harbaugh. It's the culture of the team. The New York Giants got catfished. I'm not telling you John Harbaugh's not a good coach. I'm telling you that's a bad franchise. There is a big difference. And I think he will improve them to a point. Do I think he's going to win a Super Bowl? No. No, I think the offense is going to regress because I think Brian Daboll was the thing keeping that together. If you don't believe me, watch how it regressed after he got fired. I don't really feel great about this staff getting the most out of Jackson Dart? I think it's a fine hire. I gave it a C+. Contract took it down a letter grade. He's now the highest paid NFL head coach in the history of this league. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said out loud. Because he's not that. He's never been that. You took a desperate team and you threw them a bone, and they lost their minds over it. You still have Joe Shane picking the players here, and no, I don't feel great about that. Have we heard anything about his staff yet? Because I don't have. Although after
that's what I'm looking at right now. Here's a report from the New York Post from 3 hours ago that says that he has talked to Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury with Jackson Dart,
Brian Callahan, Jim Bob Cooter,
Jim Bob,
Davis Webb, and Alex Tanney. I don't know who that is.
I'm still just mad we didn't get Jim Bob Cooter with Nick Sirianni, because that bumper sticker made itself.
Oh yeah,
Goober. Yeah, I'm not. You don't need to. I said it once. I ain't saying it again.
Yeah.
I don't think John Harbaugh's that. It was the best hire on the board. I get it. I do not think you're getting $100 million worth out of this, and I don't see any way that you do.
Okay. You are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We will have Jeremy's 2026 NFL quarterback class ranking coming up next.
Every weekday.
Yeah, we're clear.
This is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, nice.
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer.
Trying to eat
NC
chili while you're
Department
talking
of
on the
Adult
radio is
Correction
not
hiring
easy.
with state benefits and
No, it's not a good idea.
correctional officer can
Have you ever frozen your chili?
Public safety career. Visit
Yes.
at nc.gov
I've never done that before.
CO jobs.
Starting Friday, iHeartRadio will be live from Italy with NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. 24 hours
I was
a day
shocked
to
how
listen
good
to
it
live coverage of skiing, snowboarding, hockey, figure skating, and all your favorite winter sports.
Just gives flavor more time to marinate.
Coverage from Northern
It's
Italy. Bring the
shockingly
Winter
good.
Games with you from your phone to your car, on your Alexa, wherever you listen. Open the free iHeart app, search Olympics, and listen. iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach. The best memories start on the ride.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. It's time to talk some draft stuff, Jeremy. I know you're all ready to go. Have you put your Chet Baker outfit on for this segment?
I still can't figure out the Chet Baker voice.
I'm so disappointed in you. I thought for sure you would have nailed that down.
It turns into Donnie Baker every time I start doing it. Because I try to go nasally, and old Angel Scanners and we were down at the creek down there. It was just fantastic. I can't help it. I hear Donnie every time.
It's too much. It's too much Donnie Baker. Not enough Chet Baker, NFL draft analyst.
By the way, before we get into this, we have breaking news.
Oh, yay.
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
The Baltimore Ravens have hired Anthony Weaver as their defensive coordinator. Hey, you remember that A+ I gave them? It just turned into an A4+. It turned it. Now it looks like the tag on one of Tank's shirts circa 2018. It's an AXXXXL. Nailed it.
Bring him back.
Could they have hired a better staff than this? I mean, look, Declan Doyle's a young kid, but he was the OC in Chicago in title basically alone.
Right.
But now you've got a guy that I wanted to be a head coach. Almost got the Cardinals job.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's on the staff for Jesse Minter, who's also a first-time head coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's why the Baltimore Ravens are always good. Hope you got your shots in while you could, because guess who's back? Back again. Bolly's back. Tell a friend. If I was Stephen Tao right now, I'd be the most obnoxious person on the planet. Or any of these other Ravens fans we've got. Yeah. Did you enjoy that last year? Was that fun for you? Because it won't be fun for you this year.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope. Let's hope.
It's just it's so good. It's such a good staff. They did such an unbelievable job hiring it.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't take any time either, because Anthony Weaver was the other finalist for Arizona.
Indeed. You ready to do your quarterback rankings now?
Yes, we have been at the Shrine Bowl. We have been at the Panini Senior Bowl. We have poured over hours and hours of tape to tell you the exact same thing that virtually every other draft analyst is going to tell you today. Is Fernando Mendoza and not much else.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say not much else, I mean nothing else. How many first-round grades do you think I have on quarterbacks?
4.
It's 1.
Oh, first-round grades.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I
was thinking, like, grades, period. So let's go,
Yep. Fernando Mendoza, and I don't even have an actual first-round grade on him. He's a 1-2 flex.
Mm-hmm.
All these people that I see that have him at 1 overall, I'm like, disagree for the square. How many second-round grades do I have?
None.
Correct. How many third-round grades do I have?
2.
It's none.
Really?
My second quarterback is a 4th-round grade. Now, this is a good time to elaborate on something Eamon Report just said in the chat. If Trinidad Chambliss declares, then I will have a 3rd-round grade. Because that's where I would have him. He would be my 2. I don't believe that's going to happen. I think he's somehow going to find his way back to Ole Miss. This is the worst quarterback class I've ever seen.
I thought that wasn't happening.
We're still going down the rabbit hole. I can tell you as of right now, he is not in the NFL portal of draftable players. So when we look at who's in it, who's out of it, his name does not appear.
Okay.
Now that gets into a whole new fun. What happens? He missed the declaration date. So, there's a possibility this kid winds up in the what is that? The compensatory or not the compensatory?
The supplemental.
Supplemental. There's a possibility he ends up in the supplemental draft. I think I'm the first person I've heard say that. It depends on how long he fights this.
That'd be interesting.
That would be wild.
Because that's at least a name that people will fight over in the supplemental draft.
There is a possibility that he would go in the first round of a supplemental draft.
There's no doubt, right? What's the rule for the supplemental draft? Because we've only had like 3 of them that have ever been worth mentioning.
Yeah, you have to declare. I think the date sometimes in either the end of June or the middle of July. So it is an interesting part of this. Now, with the way the rules are set now, he could actually file an injunction to get into the actual draft. I don't know that he would win. That we've just never had that before. So I don't know how that would go, but he is going to fight this, and he thinks he's going to win.
Mm-hmm. It's July.
I thought it was the middle of July.
Yeah, that's when the supplemental would take place, if there is one.
So that's all right. So the draft itself takes place in the middle of July. You have to enter by June 30th, I think. Gary Bird said, "No way I give up at 27 first." Depends on how desperate I am at quarterback. I mean, if you're sitting here in June and you've got, I'm trying to think, Justin Fields is your only quarterback, then you can consider it.
Mm-hmm.
And before anybody asks me, the Jets would have to give up their pick, not either of the other two, if they made a selection there. You have to have a pick in that round to make a supplemental selection.
No, we haven't had one of these in a while.
Terrell Pryor's the last. Terrell Pryor, Josh Gordon. There have been a handful more. Most of them wash out fast.
Yeah, there have been a few since then. Terrell Pryor was 2011. Josh Gordon was 2012. They were the only guys drafted in those particular drafts. And then you had Isaiah Battle in 2015. Sam Beal and Adonis Alexander got drafted in 2018. And Jalen Thompson got drafted in 2019.
And Jalen Thompson's been pretty good.
That was the last time. So it doesn't happen often.
No. Doesn't happen often, but this is a weird situation where you've got one quarterback in Mendoza that I think universally we believe in, at least to a point. I said in the first hour of the show that I think he is Kirk Cousins. His high side is Kirk Cousins circa Minnesota. Mm-hmm. His floor is probably Kirk Cousins circa Washington. I don't think there's really any in between there. I don't see an elite player. I don't see an elite guy that's going to lead 52 men in a locker room. However, I don't see a lot of way he busts out. At first, I thought he was going to be Jamarcus Russell. I'm not going to lie to you. And then I went back and watched the tape and just went, okay, the coaching is so good that that's not going to fall out of his head. Mm-hmm. He's going to come into the league, and he'll at least be a steady force. Then they hired Clint Kubiak, which made me feel better. He'll go one. Then we get into the murky area.
Which is?
Everything from one down.
Everything
which
from there.
I feel like we should take a break, do a little crimes to make everybody laugh, and then we can talk about the abomination of a disaster that is the 10 other names that I'm going to bring up here.
Awesome. We're going to take a break. I'll go do some crimes, and we'll be right back here on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN.
We're clear.
It'd probably help if you did crimes. I think everybody that drafts these guys is going to be high on crimes.
The upper 30s, then black ice will be a possibility again overnight as the low dips into the upper teens under a partly cloudy sky. We'll see clouds increasing tomorrow, possibly an isolated shower during the afternoon with a high of 47. Rain increases tomorrow night with a low dropping into the low to mid 30s. And for Wednesday, an occasional afternoon shower as the high approaches 44 degrees. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The Tray and Tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Sports.
I have the greatest crime story
The home of the Super Bowl
ever.
60 tail.
Oh, yeah?
Presented by NetApp. Big game coverage. The Winter Olympics from Milan.
If you find a story about a World War II munition, you can't have it.
Okay. Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
We are back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It is time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes.
We always love to tell you crime stories from Florida, so here is another one. Today, a very important day in the life of one Elizabeth Hill Brodigan. The reason it's an important day is because today is the day that she is supposed to find out what her punishment is going to be after the former principal of an elementary school was caught hosting an underage drinking party at her house. Where were these teachers when I was in school, by the way? Man, we didn't have cool teachers like this.
They were there. You just had to find them.
She was arrested back in 2024 when police down in Brevard County say they found more than 100 underage teens at her house, including many who had been drinking. Her son was a part of the group, so it wasn't just like, hey, random skeezy elementary school teacher over here, just, hey, kids, come on to my house. There was like a kid who was the host of the party, but it just so happened his mom was a teacher. She's supposed to be sentenced today. Looking at the Channel 6 website here from down in that area, they have not posted an update, so they may still be in court at the moment. She was supposed to be sentenced 2 weeks ago, but the judge wanted to give plenty of time for teens who were at the party to come and testify before the court, if they so chose. It does appear, though, that the prosecutor leaning toward no jail time for the offense. Agree or disagree? Should a teacher who held an underage drinking party get jail time?
I mean, you shouldn't be a teacher anymore, that's for sure.
Well, she most certainly was not. But I think they're leaning.
Were we
more
being
toward
safe? Were we
community
taking
service.
people's keys? There are a lot of questions to ask here.
I don't think that really matters all that much.
Oh, it
when
definitely
they're
matters.
all underage.
For sure. It's bad. You should be punished. But there's, I'm trying to say this in a delicate way, and I can't find a way to. I think my bar is so high at this point. When I hear 100 kids at a teacher's house, I'm used to that story ending in a slightly different way. So, just a little boozes. I had a little boozes. So, it is what it is. My story, on the other hand, there's no open-endedness to my story. It's about a 24-year-old man who has not been named, who was rushed to the Rangil Accident and Emergency Center in Toulouse, France, over the weekend. I don't know that I can tell this story. He found a World War I artillery shell.
Okay.
It doesn't say where, but he found one. It was an 8-inch unfired munition. Kind of looks like a big old bullet.
Nope.
And
I don't
it's
like where this is going.
You shouldn't like where this is going. The thing is rusted to high holy hell. But this chap decided that he was going to try to have some fun.
He was going to get chapped.
Oh, he got chapped because he decided that instead of trying to arm or maybe fire the munition, he was going to hide it in the old prison wallet. And that's what he did. And unfortunately for him, unlike people in Western North Carolina that can't take a tape measure to their deck and tell you how much snow there was on their deck, this thing actually was 8 full inches, and it was quite wide. Well, once he got it in the wallet did not want to spend it. So it hung out there. He had to be brought into the facility, at which point he was rushed into emergency surgery. The hospital was evacuated, which, by the way, you want to know the number one reason they didn't release this poor bastard's name? Because if you evacuated a hospital because you suitcased a bomb, That's a level of stupid that you don't ever recover from. I don't care if you cure cancer 2 days from now. You're still going to be butt bomb guy. That's going to be you for the rest of your life. You will be bum rushed for the rest of your life by people that still cannot fathom the fact that you put a live munition in the keister. The part of this story that bothers me the most, and I think it might be the most France thing I've ever heard, was that according to France's La Dépêche newspaper, the medical staff in Toulouse was accustomed to treating victims injured during sexual games. Well, at least he went to the foremost authority of people that tried to go in the outdoor. Got lucky there, I guess. By the way, people in France,
but why?
What are you doing? Like,
But the part that got me was that 4 years ago, somebody else did this, and he was 88 years old. Did you just go, screw it? If I'm going to die, I'm going to die happy.
I'm going to go out with a bang.
That's right. Just, wow. Why are you doing this?
I'm going to go out with a bum bang.
Unspent ordnance. And how do you look at something that has gosh. I mean, this thing is so rusty and so gross. I'm more disturbed at the fact that this thing is so rusty and dirty than the fact that he did it.
I will say,
you, boo, but Jeebus, did you have to have a tetanus shot straight to the anus first?
That's what I was about to say. Is I feel bad for this guy when he has to go back for his follow-up visit, and he's sitting on one of those inflatable donuts, and he's like, "Hey, what are you in for? Tetanus shot." And the person next to him just goes, "Wait a minute, come again? Could you tell me that one more time? Because I'm confused."
Good night. That's awful. That's awful. I mean, that thing looked. How did? All right, we need to.
Yep.
Quarterback rankings.
A Gambit fan caught my little. He caught both of my little my little hidden gems in that particular story.
So
I can't stop looking at it. I have to close this story because every time I look at it, I just go, "How the hell did you get there?"
Like, what made you think I'm gonna take this crusty looking old?
Yeah, I mean, look. When I was 3 years old, I went, "Look, this penny right here will fit in this light socket," and I got shocked, and I never did that again. I was 3. This feller apparently he didn't learn his lesson. Hot stove. Oh, I'm gonna do that again.
Wow. That'll give you a disease.
I'm telling you, we started putting warning labels on things and the world got dumber. I'm not going to say those two things have anything to do with each other, but I'm also not going to say that they don't.
Yeah. Quarterback rankings for the 2026 NFL draft class. You got one.
The segue there tells itself.
Yeah.
At your 24-year-old man with the rusty munition, Ty Simpson. That's your number 2. Oh,
good Lord.
That's your number 2. I have a 4th-round grade on him. Here is a point of comparison. So I have a 6.5 grade on Ty Simpson. I had a conditional lower grade on this than on Tyler Shuck, and I wasn't sure a team in the NFL would pass his medical. Now, it went up after he passed the medical. But Ty Simpson at a 6.5 in last year's class, which was not good, he would have been 2 full points behind Cam Ward. He would have been just under 2 full points behind Jackson Dart. He was 1.5 points behind Shuck. He was. Here's a fun game. Which one did I have rated higher, Jalen Milroe or Ty Simpson?
Jalen Milroe.
It was Ty Simpson, but not by as much as you'd want it to be.
Okay.
0.2 of a point. 0.2 of a point. That's how much the second quarterback in this class beats a guy that I told every team in the NFL last year, run away. I don't see it with Ty Simpson. I don't get why he came out. His explanation is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life.
What did he say?
Oh, that he didn't want to tarnish his Alabama legacy by transferring somewhere else. Is it going to tarnish your Alabama legacy when you're the second quarterback drafted in this class and you come out and you make Mark Sanchez look like Johnny Unitas? Because you're going to. I promise you. The scary thing is, I don't see a way he makes it out of round one. He will go in the first round of this class.
Mm-hmm. Who's the team that's dumb enough to do it, though?
Pittsburgh Steelers. Hopefully you sit him behind Aaron Rodgers for a year. Hopefully he picks up a little bit of Aaron Rodgers. I think if Ty Simpson starts anytime in the next 2 years, you have made grave errors. Mm-hmm. Maybe not World War I munition errors, but you have made grave errors.
Well, and you've wasted a draft pick.
Yes.
Because if you draft him in the first round, he better play in the next 2 years.
Then we get to my number 3. Tank, would you like to take a stab at who it is?
Your number, is it Diego Pavia?
Diego Pavia is not applicable. Sorry, I don't make a habit of putting quarterbacks that could 100% play Mighty Mouse. I don't make a habit of putting them in my rankings. I didn't like him at 6 foot. What do you think I feel about him at 5'097"?
Oh, I hear you. Who is next?
Drew Aller. He's just a hair below Ty Simpson. The funny thing is, if I could put Ty Simpson's brain into Drew Aller's body, I think we would have something. Because Simpson's got a little more gunslinger to him. Drew Aller's just really, really careful with the ball. To the point of he never really presses it down the field, but he's got all the physical tools. Drew Aller, for me, has 2 potential outcomes in the NFL. Christian Hackenberg or Daniel Jones, where he's not going to play for 5 years. And if he does, it won't be well. And then he gets a chance somewhere, and it clicks, and everything falls into place, and then the arm talent just kind of resonates. I guess Sam Darnold would actually probably be a better example there than Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Aller has every physical tool you want, and the tape is just terrifying at times.
Okay, Drew Aller at 3, and he's got a 4th round grade?
He does.
Okay. You have any more?
He is 0.2 of a point behind. He's 0.2 of a point behind Ty Simpson.
All right. So number 4, is that person close?
He's about a point behind Drew Aller. It's Taylen Greene, the quarterback out of Arkansas. This is beauty's in the eye of the beholder because it's all about the body. He's 6'6", 223 pounds, got a nice lively arm. His release is really long. So this is a super project. Taylen Greene is a guy you take in the 6th or 7th round and you pray that 3 years from now you have gotten all the bad out, developed him into somebody. The problem is that we don't function that way in the NFL anymore, and I'll go ahead and tell you, somebody's going to take this kid too high. He kept coming along as the week went along in Mobile. By the end of the week, he was the best quarterback on the field, and somebody's going to fall for that and take him in the first 2 days. His tape is terrifying at times. Like, there's just nothing there. He doesn't make great decisions. He's very mobile. But the accuracy's inconsistent, and I keep coming back to how unbelievably long that delivery is.
All right, then at number 5.
So Taylen Greene's my only 5th round talent. My only 6th round talent is Garrett Nussmeier, the quarterback out of LSU. His brain gets him here. The accuracy has just completely fallen off a cliff. He was high all week long, not tank high. He was elevation high on every throw he made over the course of a week in Mobile, and I'd seen that a lot on tape. He's so smart, though. See, Nussmeier to me is the guy you take to be a valuable part of the quarterback room, and you hope maybe 2 or 3 years from now he turns into something. Because I've seen it. His tape previous years was better than this past year. This past year, he was awful. Awful. And when you look at the number of receivers they had, I've seen 5 LSU receivers in a week. That's a lot of talent for you not to have been able to do much with. Yep. And it just scares me to death.
Yep. And then your last draftable grade in the class?
Sawyer Robertson. He has a just barely draftable grade. 7th round. I think he is one of the few guys in this class that I think if you give him time, you may be able to turn him into something. The problem is that it is such a bad class. If Robertson had been in any other class, I would say that's the guy that's going to get the Quinn Ewers treatment. And he's going to sit, and he's not going to see the field, and a couple years from now, maybe you got something. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think somebody's going to take him with the intention of making him the you got next, and he's not even close to ready for that.
So you think out of 200 and something picks, 6 of them will be quarterbacks?
Well, then we get into my best of the rest. These are not draftable grades for me, but I think there's a great chance that they're going to be drafted.
Okay.
Carson Beck's the first one. Luke Altmaier from Illinois. Jalen Daniels from Kansas. Jalen Daniels would have been my 6 if the medical didn't just scare the heber-jeebers out of me. Cole Payton from North Dakota State that we saw at the Senior Bowl. He played his way into this best of the rest category. And then Baron Morton from Texas Tech.
Okay. And nobody else you think gets drafted?
Nobody else should get drafted. There's a dum-dum born every day, as evidenced by the kid that, shoved a bullet up his bum. Somebody will take Cade Klubnik. They shouldn't. I'll go ahead and tell you, Cade Klubnik's not even a priority undrafted free agent for me. He's just straight up B-A-double-D bad. Diego Pavia is the same way. I'm trying to think if there's any that I haven't mentioned. We talked about Chambliss earlier. Jake Retzlaff, Miller Moss, Mark Gronowski from Iowa. These are just camp arms. Yep. That's all you've got. I mean, I'm telling you, I think we should break a record for the fewest quarterbacks ever selected in a draft, because this class is just awful to the point of they got a Gary Busey grade as a class rating. It's the first Gary Busey I've ever given as a class rating. I've never done that before.
Yeah, I thought one of the worst classes of all time.
I thought the F that I gave to 2022 would be the lowest that I ever went, and I didn't. I mean, it is. I said it in the evaluation. This class is scary spice. Mm-hmm. It is terrifying how bad this is, and how many guys are going to go to teams that need quarterbacks and could end up on a field. There are some of these guys, I'm telling you straight up, they'll get a receiver killed. Cade Klubnik will get an NFL receiver killed. Mm-hmm. That's how late he is. It's how many hospital balls he throws. I don't see anything in him. I could see Beck getting drafted. I'm afraid it's going to be higher than it should be. I don't see anything in his tape.
Yeah. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. We will be back with you tomorrow here in the Sportsocracy at noon. We'll get into more off-season frivolity things, as well as counting down the days to Super Bowl 60, which is coming up on Sunday. And if you
tomorrow,
yep, go ahead.
We start fixing franchises tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to bless this mess. And guess who we start with? The Las Vegas Raiders.
Yay! Tune in tomorrow, where 3 hours will not be enough for us to discuss all the things that are wrong with the Las Vegas Raiders. We'll continue our rebuilding the franchises tomorrow in the Sportsocracy. And to reward everyone who's stuck around this long, if you're still listening, give me a call here in the studio, 225-4988. 225-4988. You want to register to win tickets to UNC and Duke this weekend, this Saturday in Chapel Hill. I got 2 tickets, and I'm taking as many people to register as I possibly can. So give me a call at 225-4988, 225-4988. We'll be back with you tomorrow right here on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Yeehaw.
Your mountain weather forecast.
With sunshine and a light breeze out of the north today, the
and
high
now I have to cut that quarterback video because we have a bum-munition in the middle of it.
Sky. We'll see clouds increasing tomorrow, possibly an isolated shower.
A bum-munition.
Rain increases tomorrow night with a low dropping into the low.
All right, brother.
30s.
I will talk to you tomorrow. We'll do the Raiders
as the high approaches 44 degrees. I'm Jeff Marr.
We'll do the Raiders tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com.
Check out
We'll
Chumba
start breaking
Casino's
down
new
the game.
social slot game. Ryan Seacrest, 10K ways. 10,000 ways to play means 10,000 ways to have more fun. Ryan Seacrest, 10K ways, only on Chumba Casino.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions
I got a mock draft coming out Wednesday.
Call 844-844-iHeart.
It's going to be an early morning mock draft. I'm very excited about it.
Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong?
Cold Ale sounds good.
We're just doing stuff.
And I
All right,
feel
brother.
like you can never save
I'll
any money.
talk to you
Have you
tomorrow.
tried the Albert app? Albert
All right. See you.
helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000.
Did you know that Ingles sells more organics than any other grocery store? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA Choice and Prime meat? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag.
Spice up the big game with a hot box from Dave's Hot Chicken.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com. Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.